Jiu-Jitsu athletes, are you ready to take your skills to the next level? This video is the ultimate guide for anyone looking to train for and compete in their very first Jiu-Jitsu competition. So get ready to dive deep because I'm going to be answering your burning questions on how you can get stronger and prepare yourself to compete so you can win more matches and get injured less. Question number one, how much experience do I need in Jiu-Jitsu before I can compete? The answer? Well, it depends. When I first started Jiu-Jitsu in 2017, I signed up for my first adult Jiu-Jitsu competition within about 6 weeks of training. At that time, I already had about 4 years of wrestling experience and was very familiar with training and competing in grappling sports. And if you're coming into Jiu-Jitsu with some prior wrestling or other forms of grappling experience, you can probably sign up for your first competition after about a few months of training Jiu-Jitsu. However, if you're brand new to Jiu-Jitsu and have zero previous grappling experience, I strongly suggest focusing on building the habit of training consistently for at least 6 to 12 months before you begin to think about entering your first competition. If you're looking to compete in Jiu-Jitsu for the very first time, just make sure you communicate with your coach and they'll be able to let you know when you're ready. Question number two, how should I train in the gym if I'm prepping for a Jiu-Jitsu competition? Your training in the gym prepping for a Jiu-Jitsu competition is going to look very different than your training in the gym if you were in your off season. It's important to note that when you're training for a Jiu-Jitsu competition, your skills training on the mat is going to be your number one priority. You don't want what you do in the gym to have a negative impact on what you do on the mat. When training for a Jiu-Jitsu competition, your workouts in the gym should be designed to help you increase contractile and isometric strength, increase your overall blood lactate threshold, as well as your conditioning specific to the duration of the matches you're going to be entering, as well as assist in decreasing your overall risk of injury both in training and in competition. Over the last 6 years of working with grappling athletes all across the world, I've found that they get best results when they do 2 to 3 strength and conditioning sessions per week. These sessions typically follow a 3-day condensed conjugate split, which was originally taught to me by my mentor, Phil DeRue. Day 1 is going to be your max effort lower, dynamic effort upper training session. Day 2 is going to be your max effort upper, dynamic effort lower training session. And day 3 is focused on general physical preparedness and or getting in some additional conditioning. Before we move on to how you should structure your training camp for Jiu-Jitsu competition, I had a free gift that I wanted to share with you. To learn more about how you can get stronger so you can win more matches and get injured less, click the link in the description below and you can download a free 4-week strength program. Now, back to the video. Question number 3, how should I structure training to compete in my first Jiu-Jitsu competition? Your training on the mat and in the gym needs to be structured in a way that allows you to get in the most amount of training possible without negatively impacting your recovery by creating too much fatigue. When looking at a typical week of training, I suggest breaking things up into high stimulus days and low stimulus days. Your high stimulus days can also be referred to as your intensity days. These are the days that you typically do your strength and conditioning work and or your hardest sparring rounds on the mat. These training days are very taxing and it's very important that you have adequate recovery going into the training day as well as following the training day. Your low stimulus training days can also be referred to your skills and drills day. This day of training is going to be much lower intensity and your time on the mat should be focusing on developing your technical skills as well as drilling the techniques you actually plan to use in competition. Here's a sample week of training that I've used with several of my athletes to help them prepare for Jiu-Jitsu competition. Monday is going to be an intensity day where we focus on our strength and conditioning as well as our hard sparring rounds. Tuesday is a skills and drills day. That means it's low intensity technical work, lots of drilling, lots of reps, focusing on developing the skills that are actually going to be used in competition. Wednesday is going to be another intensity day. On Thursday, the athletes have the option of taking a complete rest and recovery day or using that day as another skills and drills day. Friday is another intensity day where they do their hard sparring rounds, and on occasion they'll add strength and conditioning to that day as well. Saturday is going to be the last skills and drills day of the week, and Sunday is a full recovery day. Question number 4, should I keep lifting during the week of my Jiu-Jitsu competition? One of the biggest mistakes that I see grappling athletes make is that they don't take the time to recover in the last week leading into the competition. When there's only 7 days left until your competition, there is nothing that you can do to get stronger, get faster, improve your conditioning, or even make some huge technical improvements in that short amount of time. By that point, the work is already done. That's why I suggest athletes lift until they're about 5 to 7 days out from their competition, and with the remaining days, focus on recovery and drilling the techniques that they actually plan on using in competition. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Josh Settlage and I am the BJJ Strength Coach. And if you want to learn more about how you can get stronger so you can win more matches and get injured less, click the link in the description below and you can download a free 4-week strength program. I have a feeling that you want to learn more about how you can improve your jiu-jitsu performance, and if so, you can watch this video right here.